Welcome to the Stuff and Things Podcast, your home for all stuff related to your favorite things in entertainment. Now, here are your hosts.
Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of the Stuff and Things Podcast, our weekly episodic show every Friday. It's episode 18. We're talking sport movies. Joining me to have that discussion, it's Stefan.
Hey buddy, how we doing?
Not too bad, man, and yourself?
I'm not too bad. I have spent since last week trying to think of how many sports movies I've seen.
Okay.
And I can't tell if I judge myself or not, because the two that come to mind...
Yeah.
There's three that come to mind.
Okay.
Okay, we have Space Jam.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see where this is kind of going, can't you?
No. That is a sports... Yeah, there's basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, Bend It Like Beckham.
Okay, that's a British cult classic. Yep.
Yep, and Field of Dreams.
Wow, okay, yeah.
They are my three go-tos, and I'm like, my God, like, you know, there's the old Mighty Ducks and all that sort of thing. No, my brain went to Space Jam, Field of Dreams, and Bend It Like Beckham.
Yeah, I mean, they are sports films. I think Field of Dreams, I'm going to throw this up there and say this, it seems to be a film that in the US has a sort of, thou shalt not touch this film has deep meaning to all of us. It is amazing.
Yes.
I watched it and kind of went, meh. I don't care about baseball.
It's not about the baseball, it's about a man!
Then it's not a sports
It's
film.
a great film. I mean, I haven't watched it for about 15 years. It could be crap.
No, could be, yeah.
As we discussed in our last podcast, things you haven't seen since you were younger and you thought they were great, watching it when you're old, that might not be.
Well, I'll tell you what, have you watched Bend It Like Beckham since you first watched it?
When was the last time I watched that? Oh, a long time ago.
I was so dreading where that was going to go for a second.
Yeah.
Well, I got it on pause in the background a lot. No!
There's this one scene I've watched lots.
Yeah, for one, Keira Knightley's in it. A very young Keira Knightley. You watch it now, it had a beautiful charm to that film. Like a really British, beautiful charm to it.
Yeah.
And it is written at a time, and the language used and the jokes in it, you completely get. You watch it now, because I watched it, I don't know when it was, because it was on, and I was like, oh wow, Bend It Like Beckham. And I cringed a lot of the way through it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the effect it should have now, like, oh really, someone said that? You know, like, oh, that was the attitude to women playing football, oh my God, you know? and I think that is real. I think that is how perhaps it should make you feel now, with the worldview having changed.
Oh God!
You know,
can you imagine if they now remade that film?
They're not remaking it, but they are making a sequel.
Oh Jesus Christ!
There you go.
How to get cancelled in 30 seconds? Oh my God! That film is going to be woke bollocks.
Okay, that's our show.
Just throwing that one out there.
Thank you to everyone who listened to us for a while. Stefan killed us today.
I watched the latest women's international tournament, and the commentary that was delivered during that tournament.
Yeah.
An awful cross comes in from the right wing, and instead of, oh, that wasn't a good cross, we heard, oh, it's a shame there wasn't a player in the box for it.
I'm not entirely sure where Stefan's going with this.
I can only imagine how a movie is going to be. That's what I'm saying.
I'm distancing myself from his rather misogynistic comments. Ladies, I will hand out his personal phone number at the end of the show. Feel free to send in what you think. No, I
starts
think it's
with an O.
I think there's a real fear around anything like that you do certain things through a modern lens now, where unfortunately that, you know, there is an element with anything that's made a certain box ticket. At least that's how it feels. And I think when you do that, especially with a film like that, which had such a powerful message at the time, I mean, I'd like to think there are professional women's footballers who were inspired by that film, and there must be. And I'd like to think that that's real, from all backgrounds. And you run a risk of kind of watering that down. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their plan is with that, but if they get it right, then it's going to be great, because it could be, that again for the next generation.
Very true. They have a potential chance.
But what I would say is there are now real life professional women's footballers in the UK who are those role models, who are those people that can be looked up to. So yeah, it'd be interesting what they do with it, but I would, it is a cautious kind of optimism. So one of the first ones I want to talk about here, American sports and stuff like that. I like American football. I like the NFL. I've always found it fascinating because it's like a chess match with violence, which appeals to me. Like, it really does. And I remember being a rugby player, coming through a rugby academy here in the UK, and the NFL Europe had launched, and they were doing these combines, kind of desperately trying to find players for these NFL European teams. And all of a sudden, every university in the UK had an American football team. Like, all of a sudden, it was like funding was everywhere. Let's try and find the next, footballer in the UK.
Oh yeah.
And as a rugby player, I was quickly grabbed, sent off to do this trial thing. And basically, all I remember, like, I don't remember what position they put me on defense. I know that. I don't know what my position was or anything like that. The guy just literally explained to me, see that guy? Yeah. He's going to get the ball. I want you to get to him and put him on his ass. All right. Keep it nice and simple. I like that. So after doing that several times, thinking this game's friggin' easy, I get told, yeah, you're doing really, really well, but now, like, you're going to be up against some people, like, you were literally going to be trying to stop you getting to that guy. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Again, nailed his ass a few times, and I'm thinking, I must be doing this wrong. Like,
this is fun.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like compared to rugby. And the funny thing was, it was like, do that, okay, go take a break. What? I just go and sit down now? Yeah. Okay. It's like, I'm just sat here. Yeah, alright. Okay, come back on now. Okay, right, now try and get to that guy again. Okay, bang. Right, go off again. Right, okay, this is getting dull. So, I love it. I really do. And I think at a higher level, I'd have really got into it. But I finished this combine thing and just like went, nah. No, I like playing a game where I'm kind of in the game all the time. Like, you keep going. This kind of stand up, sit down. I'm going to do my hamstring at some point quite easily. But I love watching a film. And there was a film called Any Given Sunday came out, which was like this. I don't think the NFL endorsed it, because I always remember they like the teams, like there was the Miami Sharks, not the Dolphins. And I'm not, from memory, I think they did kind of reference other teams, but I think they created fake teams because they didn't want the kind of content to be associated with any real team. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
So it was kind of like, this guy's, doing drugs every night, this guy's doing this, and I didn't want to, like, anyone to be able to go, oh, wow, that's what's going on at that team, is it? Interesting. But it is an epic film. Like, you can watch that film, not give a flying about American football, and just be gripped. Like, it is such a wow, powerful kind of people devoting their entire lives to, like, just trying to make it. It's got a young Jamie Foxx in it, Dennis Quaid. Okay. And I'm pretty sure, I think it's Pacino. Al Pacino is the main guy, the coach. And he gives, like, one of those... he gives like one of those speeches that you sort of think to yourself, if I was in that dressing room, I would literally run through a wall for that man. In that moment.
Yeah.
So that's that. But the other a big American football film which I loved, and I've got a really sort of funny memory attached to it, is called Remember the Titans. Have you ever seen this? It's a Disney film.
Do you know what? I have seen that once, and it was about, somewhere between 10 and like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I used to work at a pub, and the assistant manager absolutely idolised this film, so he gave me the DVD once.
Oh wow, okay.
He like gave me the DVD and was like, "You need to watch this." I'm sure I did.
Well, here you go. Here's a funny story behind this. So, Remember the Titans is a film which is based on a true story set in a time in America where you had all white colleges and schools, and it was at a time where they were being merged with black schools, so integration in society was happening. But in this particular area of the South, only one high school had been integrated. So this one team had both black and white people at the school, so had a football team of both black and whites, and were playing in a division that were all white teams, all white schools. So you can imagine the kind of racism and the kind of inherent stuff in the system that was going on. So you had a lot of... There is a real... Like, the performances and the acting in it, like, the cast is sensational.
Yeah.
The performances and the acting is brilliant. The script is brilliant. Like, Denzel Washington, like always, just nails it. But so it's based on that true story. It's all like they literally talk you through this squad, what they did, and then the end of the film, they even talk to you about what a lot of them did next, like and stuff. And so I loved it, but my story behind this, why I watched this film, is kind of really random. So I moved out of home when I was like 18 into my first place. And to say the place I moved into was a dump is an understatement. I got this flat, and it was the people who lived in it previously were I think like dock work, oil technicians and stuff. Mate, this place was rancid. It is like something like 5 blokes had lived there, like a DOS house. Like I'm a guy, and I walked into the toilet and felt sick. Like the bathroom, like it was horrific. And it had been left like that, but because it had been left like that, the place was cheap.
Yeah.
I was there, and I was working my way around trying to clean this place up, and I was like, every spare moment I had, I was working full time. I was like there sleeping on the floor in a room that I just about cleaned enough that I felt I could sleep on the floor and not catch something. But in the living room, they'd left loads of stuff, right? They'd left a sofa there, which I did not want to sit on.
No.
And they left a small TV and a video player and a stack of videos, like VHS tapes. That's how old I am, everybody. And they were all just like, there was nothing written on them. They were like ones that you recorded yourself off the TV and stuff.
Oh God.
One day, yeah, exactly right. One day I've cleared this part of this room. This was the thing. I've lifted this sofa out, right? And when I've lifted it, I realised the carpet wasn't really grey. It was white at one point. And that was a horrible realisation. People make that joke, but no, that was real. Like, until I lifted it, I thought the carpet was grey and dirty at that. But, yeah, awful. Like, I was in bits. Like, okay, now I feel sick.
My feet have touched that floor. Yeah.
Mate, seriously, yeah, it was that bad. It was like, oh, my God. So I've cleaned this carpet with this water thing, like it's mad, right? So you left it, done everything. I'm then sat in this room. I am on my ass. I'm like hanging. I'm like, I've got a sandwich I got from the shop, and I just sort of sat there. I'm like, right, I've got like an hour left, and then I need to like get my head down, so I'm going to work again tomorrow. I wonder what's on these videotapes, like, and I'm like, this could be bad, right? I'm like, this could be horrific.
I am ready to turn it off as soon as I press play.
Like, volume down on the TV. Put the first tape in. It's like some random whatever, like TV show. I'm like, alright, okay, I don't know what this is. Next tape I put in, it's a film. Remember the Titans. I'm like, oh, it's a film. Oh, it's made by Disney. Alright, this is going to be alright. Like, as in, like, I feel safe. So I've turned the volume up, and I've sat and watched this film on my own. Sat there on the floor in this flat that I was trying my best to, like, live in. And so I have a real emotional attachment to that film because it's like, it's a brilliant film. Like, it really is. Like, forget my circumstances, it's a brilliant film, but that was the first time I watched it. So then when I've got the place sorted, I've bought myself a proper TV, big TV.
Proper
I've
TV,
got
yeah.
DVD player, the very first DVD I bought. Remember the Titans. So there you go. That's a silly story. Growing up, probably my favourite sporting film was Cool Runnings.
Yes.
The Winter Olympics, again, based on a true story, the Jamaican bobsled team.
Do you want to know a crazy thing?
Go on.
I've never seen that movie.
How in the actual... You've got family in Jamaica. How in the fuck have you not seen Cool Runnings?
Yeah, I know, right?
No, I'm asking you, man. How have you not watched that film?
I honestly don't know, but yeah, I have never actually seen that movie.
It's a master... Right, man, I'm going to slap the white off you. Like, that is appalling. How could you not watch
I know,
Cool
right?
Runnings?
Honestly, I know.
I even made a
conversation with the other day. I had this conversation with someone a little while ago, and they said about it, and I was like, yeah, no, I've never...
We were talking about your family in Jamaica recently, and I literally made a joke from that film. No wonder why you didn't think it was funny.
I didn't even realise it was a joke. Yep.
No, right, okay, right. We need to remedy that. Like, you need to sit down and watch that with the kids. Like, they're all gonna love it, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, that's funny." Yeah.
That's a great film. Yeah,
it's Disney. Like, it's a Disney film again. Right, yeah, you need to sort that out. Like, you need to sort that out. Another one, which is
to all of my family that live in Jamaica.
Yes, you should. Like that, I think that's like a rite of passage. I'm gonna throw Happy Gilmore in here and the sequel that's come out this year, recently. It's a golf film, very much a spoof, parody, stupid film. Adam Sandler, but it's funny. It is a sports film technically, but it's just a zany comedy. Adam Sandler doing what Adam Sandler does.
Adam Sandler being Adam Sandler. Yep.
You mentioned the Mighty Ducks. Growing up, I loved those films. Watching them again with my daughter, I realised just how many horrific errors are in those films.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like this amazing one in there's a character called Banks in the first film, and there's this amazing scene where he goes through one-on-one skating to try and score this goal, and Bombay's cheering him on with Banks stood right next to him.
Wow.
like, and as a kid, whatever, watching it, never saw it, never picked up on it. I'm watching it as an adult, like going, hang on a minute, why are you pausing it, Dad? Because I need to check something.
I've just noticed something. Yep.
Yeah, and there's a lot like that. Because obviously I'm guessing, like, when there's... Some of these kids probably couldn't skate. So I'm guessing it's, like,
he's the stunt double in there to do it for you, yeah.
Yeah, but they've then just not realised that he stood right there in the shot. Like, it's very funny.
I love that sort of stuff.
But there's loads. Like, it is riddled to the point that you're kind of like, okay, I can't watch it now.
Yeah, how many times is it funny before you go, my God, did they just not care?
Yeah, I don't think they did. I really, really don't think they did. So, but yeah, the Mighty Ducks, all of those films are just kind of typical thing. I feel like I have to mention this one, but I don't know. I mean, it's boxing, and that's the Rocky films and the Creed follow-up films.
I mean, technically, it's a sports movie.
They are, and they are. I mean.
But then does Roundhouse count? Because that's all about like. Fighting.
No. I mean, like martial arts kind of things. Again, I don't know.
The Karate Kid. Now, technically, karate.
Now, exactly.
Sports.
Like, what do you class in sports and martial arts?
Are we talking about team sports or just sports in general now?
Yeah, I think team sports.
I mean, because they made a film called Wimbledon about the tennis.
Yeah, which again's a good film.
I haven't seen that either.
And I watch it every year as a tradition when Wimbledon's on.
Fair play. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a silly thing that I've done with my daughter now as well. She's like, oh, it's on. Like, okay. Now I know technically not a sport, but there is a film called The Wrestler, all about pro wrestling, which is for someone who grew up watching wrestling. That film breaks my heart because it feels like loads of the legends and people who I grew up watching it really kind of hammers home how horrific their lives actually were.
Ooh, okay.
Like,
I mean, technically it's a sport.
it's Mickey Rourke. It's an incredible performance, and it's.
I know they've just made another film about, is it fighting or boxing that's just come out that's got The Rock in it. That's been out a little while now.
It's to do with the early days of the UFC called The Smashing Machine.
That's it.
That's
not been
by
out
all
long.
accounts, it's a very, very good film. And his performance in it is very, very good. But it's not I'd never watched the UFC at that stage, so it's not someone I'm familiar with.
No.
But what's funny is because the film's come out, there's suddenly YouTube videos of the actual guy a lot, and I'm like, oh wow, that's
There he is.
yeah, that kind of works. But one of the ones I want to focus on, just really because, as a film, again based on a real story, and that's called Moneyball.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain this to you because what's interesting is me and you are big football fans, right?
Yes.
Was it those series of films on football called Goal? Were they called Goal? About the young kid from South America,
Signed for Newcastle, then Real Madrid and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, were they? Yeah, I watched them. I'm ashamed to admit I watched them and was like, oh, this is entertaining. They're crap. Like, really not good films. But yeah, I just thought I'd better throw that out there. Moneyball is about a baseball team. I have zero interest in baseball. I cannot even explain to people how I don't like that sport. It's rounders, but it goes on for days. Zero interest, okay?
Is this the amazing sport that has a World Series in one country?
Yeah. Just like everything with America. You're the world champions of America.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hi, American listeners.
Yeah.
We're on the other part of the earth. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so to me, never watched this film. Zero interest. Is sort of there and everything like that. Anyway, I am a soccer, UK football, European football fan, and one day I'm reading this thing about scouting and there's this club that here have done this incredible work, and the way they've innovated their scouting is based purely on the Moneyball principle. And I'm like, hang on a minute, I've heard that somewhere. Like, where's that from? So I looked it up, and it's like based on this principle. And there's this film about it starring Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, and I'm like, that's about baseball. Like, I don't get the correlation. Do you know what? I like Brad Pitt. I'm gonna watch the film. Like, I don't like baseball, but I'm gonna watch the film and I'm gonna see what it's about. The basic premise of this film, right, is how an analysis can change everything, right?
Yeah.
So you've got this baseball team. This is a real team. This is a real story. You've got this baseball team that are losing their best players every year because the big teams buy them. So if you're a good player in baseball, it's like your on base percentage. So like you hit, you get on base, and therefore you have the potential to score points. And then obviously there's the flip side of like pitching and things like that. And, you're striking people out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not a sport I follow, so apologies if anyone who loves this sport's listening to me going, this is cringeworthy. However, what they found was like, okay, we got this great player. The Yankees have just bought him from us, like they signed him from us. He's worth millions and millions and millions. How do we replace that guy? And it's like, and so what this analyst comes on and says, the character played by Jonah Hill, is like, you can't. But what you can do is you can replace him in the average. So he is a world-class individual, but you can swap the team around. So he got on base like 60-odd% of the time. We can swap our team around to get 3 players that no one else in the league thinks are any good, so we can get them for next to nothing. But we add those 3 in, and we keep that same percentage. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
It's a statistical analysis. And I'm watching this film and I'm like, okay, so this is based on a true story. All right, well, I'm going to watch the film, then I'm going to look up to see how accurate it is to a true story. And it really is. They've changed some characters around and stuff like that, and they've changed the names, I think, because a few people didn't want their names in the film and stuff.
So
and there's
for me, who watches football a lot more,
yeah,
the idea is you've got a striker that scores 20 goals a season.
yeah,
You sell him for 100 million.
yeah,
And for £30 million, you buy a striker and a midfielder who will combine to get you 25 goals a season.
you got it.
You've got better for less.
You got
Okay.
it.
Yep.
Yeah. So putting that in football in terms of assets. So the general principle is you improve your squad and you do this and you do it on the basis of stats. Now, in real life, what happened is there's these clubs here in the UK who started looking at stats differently because of this film. And so we talked about it, and this is very dull, I'm sure, but there are two stats that everyone looked at was goals and assists. So an assist is creating a goal. And what this film triggered in this scouting department at this club was, well, what if the striker's rubbish? You can have one of the best creative players in the world giving him the ball in amazing situations all the time, and he's just not scoring. But none of us are looking at that guy because he's not getting assists, which he will only get if the striker scores. So they took it to okay, so let's take a look at how many key passes is the stat that was created. So this guy has created this many chances. Oh my God, we've just identified this guy here who's better. This guy who's creating 30 chances, but the striker keeps missing. Or this guy who's created only 5, but the striker scored all 5. In the past, everyone was paying big money for that guy with the 5 and ignoring the other guy. That's now all changed, and the whole reason it changed is because of this one club changing their scouting based on their head scout watching the film Moneyball. And that's how that happened. But yeah, it changed baseball, how baseball worked, and in turn the film then had an impact on other sports as well. So I think that's a good place to leave that. Now I know there's going to be countless other sporting films that people are going to have an attachment to and are going to want to kind of scream at us.
Space Jam.
Yeah, I'm sure
Space Jam.
people are.
One of the best sports movies of all time.
Dude, it's a half anime. I'm not gonna. No, you're not gonna get me on this again. Okay.
Just saying. Space Jam.
There's gonna be plenty of people out there who are screaming different films. Do get in touch with us. I mean it. Get in touch, because every 10 episodes of this show, we're gonna go through people's emails and stuff. We're gonna talk about. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's this. That's that. But do get in touch with us. Let us know. We hope we've had a fun little walkthrough with some sporting films that me and Stefan have watched. Get in touch, let us know what you think, let us know the ones we've missed. Next week on our show is going to be going back to our kind of more geeky fandom, where we're going to be talking about superpowers, how they've been depicted in film and TV. We're going to be talking about then the kind of fun part of the show is going to be, what if we lived in the Marvel universe? Which powers would we want? So identify which character from Marvel we'd want to be, then discuss if we'd be a good guy or a bad guy with those powers. We're going to do the same for DC, and then the rogue one to finish is we're going to be talking about the Boys universe, where basically anything you can imagine as a power is available, and so we're going to try and come up with our own unique abilities and why that would be cool or horrific, and have some fun with it.
Oh, God.
That's the plan for next week.
Oh, God.
Until then, everybody, you all take care. And as always now on our show, I'm going to leave you with Stefan with his final thought.
As your alarm clock is technically the theme song to the start of every episode, choose wisely.
Thank you for listening to the Stuff and Things podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. You can find us on Facebook or online. Simply search the Stuff and Things podcast to join in our conversation every week.